Hi students, 12th Standard Accountancy, Chapter-6, Retirement and Death of the Partner, Illustration Sum number 6, John, James, Roger are partners in the firm sharing profit and losses equally. Their balance sheet as on 31st March 2019. So, balance sheet items is given here. Raja is retired on 31st March 2019. Listen, among the three partners, John, James and Raja, from the three partners, Raja retired. The partner Raja retired dated on 31st March 2019. So, on the date of retirement, partnership firm reevaluated its assets and liabilities. So, the following adjustment is given below. From this adjustment, we have to pass the necessary journal entries and prepare the revaluation account. Okay. So, listen. The first transaction is machinery is valued at 1,30,000 rupees. Machinery value is already given in the question on asset side. Where is it? Machinery 1,40,000 rupees. Here machinery valued 1,30,000 rupees. So it will be decreased from 1,40,000 to 1,30,000. Okay. So machinery value decreased. Machinery is an asset item. Okay. So whenever as machinery value decreases, asset account also decreases. So what is the format? Whenever asset account decreases, revaluation account is to be debited, debtor. Okay. So revaluation account debtor to machinery account 10,000 rupees. We have to enter here the difference between 1,40,000 and 1,30,000. You will get 10,000 rupees. So revaluation account debtor to machinery account 10,000 rupees and pass into the journal entry. The next transaction is value of office equipment is brought down by 2,000 rupees. Brought down means it decreases. Decreased. Okay. Brought down means brought up means upward. Brought down means it decreases. Office equipment is an asset item. Already they have given office equipment 70,000 rupees in the question on asset side. Okay, so it will be decreased. How much rupees decreased? 2,000 rupees decreases. Whenever office equipment decreases, asset account also decreases. Whenever asset account decreases, what is the journal entry? Revaluation account is to be debited. Okay, so revaluation account debtor to office equipment account 2,000 rupees entered. The next transaction is provision for doubtful debts should be increased 3,000 rupees. Listen, provision for doubtful debts means loss of the company, loss of the partnership firm. Okay, it is an asset item. So, whenever loss means asset account decreases. Okay, whenever loss increases, provision for doubtful debts should be increases, which means loss increased. Whenever loss increases, asset account decreases. Whenever asset account decreases, revaluation account is to be debited. So, revaluation account debtor to provision for doubtful debts account 1,000 rupees entered. Okay. Then investment of 25,000 rupees not recorded in the books is to be recorded now. The three partners whose names are John, James, Raja, three partners invested 25,000 rupees for the partnership business purposes, but they forget to enter into their accounts book. Later it comes to their knowledge, immediately they recorded 25,000 investment into their accounts book on asset side of the balance sheet. Right? Why? Because investment is an asset account. So, after recorded, asset account increased 25,000 rupees. Whenever asset account increases, revaluation account is to be credited as per the format. Revaluation account is to be credited. So, what is the journal entry? Revaluation account is to be credited 25,000 rupees. Which account is to be debited? Concern asset account is to be debited. Which is the concern account? Investment account. So, investment account debtor 25,000 rupees to revaluation account 25,000. After recorded the given information into past the journal entry, you have to leave some space to record to pass the revaluation account, whether if you get the profit or loss from the journal entry, you have to enter here. You have to pass here into the journal entry. Okay. So for that you have to leave some space. How much space you can leave? There are how many partners they given in the question. Let's check it. Okay, there are three partners. Who are they? John, James and Raja. There are three partners. If you whenever you get a profit or loss on the revaluation account, it will be immediately transferred to the all the partners capital account with their old profit sharing ratio. So all partners are John's, James and Raja. Okay, and revaluation account. So we have to enter here four accounts in the journal entry. So according to that, you have to leave some more space in the journal entry. After leave the space, you have to prepare the ledger account as the revaluation account. Then you know the format of the ledger account, that is debtor side and creditor side, and the particulars and rupees on both the side we entered. Okay, listen. Let's take the journal entry. Where is revaluation account is occur? Revaluation account is which side revaluation account here? It is on debit side or credit side? Revaluation account is on debit side, right? So you go to debit side of the revaluation and enter the opposite account into the ledger. So we come to debtor side of the revaluation account and enter the opposite accounts, that is to machinery account 10,000 rupees, to office equipment account 2,000 rupees, to provision for doubtful debts 1,000 rupees entered on debtor side of the revaluation account. Then let's take the next transaction. Where is revaluation account in the journal entry? It is on credit side. Okay, so you go to credit side of the revaluation account and enter the opposite account. Which is the opposite account from the revaluation account? Investment account 25,000 rupees. So you have to enter by investment account 25,000 rupees we entered. So revaluation account related transactions we posted into the ledger account from the journal entry noted. Okay, so now we have to find out the balancing figure. How can you find out it? First you have to calculate the total. How can you calculate the total? Which side you have the higher value, that side we have to consider as the total. As per the rule, credit side we have the higher value than debit side. Credit side we have 25,000, debit side we have 10,000 plus 2,000 plus 1,000, 13,000 rupees. So which side we have the higher value? Credit side 25,000. So we have to consider credit side as the total, 25,000 as a total. We enter 25,000 on both and debit and credit side equally, same horizontal line. After enter the total, below the total we have to draw double line which denotes total. Okay, after draw the double line comes to the lesser side. If you get the total on debit side, you will get the balancing figure on credit side. Okay, so how much rupees you have on lesser side? 10,000 plus 2,000 plus 3,000, 13,000 rupees. Okay, after sum of the value, lesser value, you got 13,000 rupees. You have to subtract 13,000 rupees from 25,000 total. You get 12,000 rupees. This is the difference between this lesser value and the total. You got 12,000 rupees balancing figure. That 12,000 rupees, if you get the 12,000 rupees on debit side of the revaluation account, it's considered as the profit on revaluation account. Okay, so if you get the total on credit side, you will get the profit on debit side. So you have to write to profit on revaluation account for 12,000 rupees. After you get the profit on revaluation account, immediately transfer to the all the partners capital account with their old profit sharing ratio. What is their old profit sharing ratio? They share their profit and losses equally. So how can you distribute it? So how can you distribute the 12,000 rupees for profit equally? How can you distribute it? There are how many partners are there? There are three partners. So divided by 3. Okay. So there are three partners only. Divided by 3. 1 3 is 3. 4 3s are 12. 3 0 is to be here. So 4,000 will be distributed, transferred to all three partners capital account. So John's capital account 4,000 rupees. James capital account 4,000 rupees, Raja's capital account 4,000 rupees entered. Listen here, which side you get the total or balancing figure? Which side you got the balancing figure in the revaluation account? Debit side you got the debtor side, revaluation account debtor side you got the balancing figure. Then it is immediately transferred to all the partners capital account. If you get the balancing figure on debtor side, you have to write revaluation account debtor 12,000 rupees in the journal entry, and which account is to be credited? All partners capital account is to be credited. Accordingly, to John's capital account 4,000 rupees, James capital account 4,000 rupees, to Roger's capital account 4,000 rupees. The 12,000 rupees profit immediately transferred to all the partners capital account with their old profit sharing ratio. So we pass the journal entry and prepare the ledger account. Thank you. Take care.